I do hope the day finds you well. It's a pretty good one for me, I'd say. Good enough to want to play some more Primal. Greetings, everyone. We have 4 more monsters to cover for our level 0 excursions. And then after that, I'll be ready to move on to level 1. I thought of a nice little reward for each of our characters when we make it through a set, a little care package of sorts that I'm going to grant the characters as a boon to help them out as well, because I think they're gonna need it. When I was going over stuff just now, looking at item variety, I figured they could use a nice care package that'll also have some variance here. It's just to help them get at least one thing new from the forge if they aren't capable of crafting anything as they are now. But anyway, why don't we get started with the fight? Will today be the rematch, or will we fight yet another new monster? Not rematch today. Korowan continues to lead me. We will be fighting number 20. So we have 6, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Oh, we have not done Xitheros yet. Xitheros. The big bad beastie of the Nightmare expansion. Leading cards for Xitheros, so I'll read that in a second. Let's get them out, let's get them set up. I didn't put my fire elemental bag away the last time. Nightmare elementals. Ooh, this is a good opportunity for us to get a wild card. I don't know why I shuffled this bag. It made no sense. Too into shuffling. You want to shuffle this one to me? Are you sure? Xitheros, the giant dinosaur of this game, aka... Yeah. He's a big fig. Honestly, he it just looks like, what's his name from Monster Hunter? Yeah, what's the Monster Hunter, the T-Rex monster, not deviljho. I forget his name at the moment. Yeah, from World, the guy who spits fire. You don't remember either, alright. I'm asking my friends and they also don't remember his name. I can't remember his name right now. You guys know who I'm talking about. Anyway, this guy looks like that guy. A little bit, you know, a little bit. He is a T-Rex. He's not quite on the scale of a deviljho. He's more like a... I'm gonna be pissed if I don't remember his name. Hold up. Anjanath. Yeah, that's the one. Just about to look it up. My friend got me covered though. Thank you. That was haunting me. Alright, we have some peril cards. I see Immune to Blind, Ella Giggle, the meme, the ultimate meme, Immune to Blind. The feeling when blind is so very, very niche. Alright, it's a Xitheros. Oh yeah, we gotta add you to here. Xitheros. Win. Loss. That's all I do for this, right? Do I have something else? Level 0 right here, because we're tracking all the levels. Level 0 win loss. Xitheros, the nightmare monster. Will he be tough? Will we gain the upper hand? I have no idea. We're not done with this bag yet. Bleeding. Oh, there's only one of these per character. Interesting. Well, I'll just leave it here and pull them out as I need them. Put these back in the bag. So we need these. We need the camera to be up because being low, it's just not as tactically viable. Alright, 333, we'll make sure they're all different. He has pretty basic setup besides the bleed. So what do we have? We have Roar of Tyranny, Snarl, Swoop. Should be good, right? Chomp, Enrage, Vanishing Trail, Primordial Blood, Smell, and Trample. Alright, he looks like he's clean. I need to remember what some of this stuff does. Attrition Phase, Walking on Water, and then Front or Rage card. Aggro card. Scenario! Odds. So the second one, we'll look up later. What are his rules? Bleeding cards. When the card ability instructs you to shuffle a bleeding card in your action deck, use the bleeding card that corresponds to your hunter. Similar to wound cards, bleeding cards clog up your action deck, making it less efficient. In addition, as per the bleeding card ability text, the Xitheros gains 1 struggle each time a player draws one of these cards. Is that what it does? I didn't read it. Discard it immediately and he gains a struggle, so he can sniff your blood. But you can only put 1 into each player's deck. Still, that's a huge deal when he only needs 12 struggle. Xitheros. So special order bleeding cards. And we're doing Expedition 2. Because we rolled odd, so 2x water, 2x scenario on the left and right. We have water, scenario. That's the card draw one. Alright, and then 2 brush and 2 wild maul. Brush. Brush. You can be over there, Darion. And then Wild Maul. And Wild Maul. Alright! That is the setup. Wait, I'm an idiot. Brush is evens. We're doing rocks. 2 rocks. 2 wild maul. No brush. I'm looking at the wrong one. I am an idiot. Okay. Now that we have that, we need to see who's going first. 6. Mira will be first player for now, and then she has the aggro, and then we need to select all of these decks and shuffle them. And let's draw our cards out. So Xitheros here being only level 0. Hopefully won't be too punishing. We are in a decent position. We have 3 potions. Still lacking a potion on our one boy. But 3 potions better than 1. And then having I've been doing this. I'm loading in here and then I don't bother changing my color out of what I was doing prior. I didn't even bother to check if I got assist cards on anybody. Or other reactive cards, so he has nothing reactive. You have this. You have nothing reactive, and you have an assist, a taunt, an assist, and a taunt. Excellent. So all assistance reliances, this guy. But I'm gonna have to ask myself if I want to do yellow-red, and I probably do. The only thing that sucks is if I do attack plan beyond limits or something, or attack plan anything else, this doesn't get on top of my discard pile. Alright, let's get started. At the start of the turn, front facing is true. He has 4 struggle, no damage yet. This happens. The active player suffers damage unless a player in an adjacent sector discards a red card from their hand. If they do, discard the active. The active player draws one. Alright, well it says adjacent sector. No one is adjacent on turn 1, so... Once again, the monster gets a cheap shot off on me, which is annoying. At least it's not getting a cheap shot off on everybody. Now, what is this card? I don't remember. Are you described in this book? If you have an attack card in your sequence at the end of your action phase, attack cards with stealth do not trigger this. Right, that's if it's at the end of your sequence. That's for the fire turtle. This is a board game. Yeah, I'm playing a board game. I've been doing a custom campaign to fight all the monsters. Yeah, my friend asked me what the hell I'm playing. What is this card? Oh, there it is. I forgot this page has a couple of these things listed here. My eyes are like going circles here, going crazy. I forgot this page has stuff. So trigger. After a player empties their hand, i.e. has 0 cards in their hand. Yeah, it's Dan. I have no idea what he wants to do. I don't think he knows what he wants to do. That's why he hasn't oathed in months. Also, he's been really busy. After a player empties their hand. So just if you empty your hand. Behavior card is triggered once the event that led to the player having 0 cards in their hand has been completely resolved. So play your card out. Yeah. Okay. Yatia. So if I empty my hand, if I walk on water, and at the start of the attrition phase or the end of the attrition phase, so Mira, what's in my hand? Also, what is this thing? We have to be in the flanks. Xitheros cannot be taunted or confused. At the start of round 1, all players draw 1. Then Xitheros gains 1 struggle for each red across all players' hands. It's a good thing I read that. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's already at 10 struggle. We may want to work hard to eliminate struggle. Ignore the standard rules for determining the aggro player. At any time during the game, the aggro player is the player who currently sustains the most damage. At the start of the attrition phase, if the active player is the aggro player, they take a disrupt token. What does a disrupt token do to me? Disrupts me, clearly. Ah, this is 1 less defense. Must place on a defensive card in your sequence. It does not count for your attrition. Check this turn. Yeah, right, that's what it is. So the scent of blood. At the start of the aggro player's attrition phase, another player may discard an aggro from their hand. If they do, the aggro player gains a defense token. So that just counteracts this. Or it will help them, you know. Well, it has to be the aggro player, so yeah, it counteracts this. Alright, so what did I draw? Range position? No. I drew into... No. What did I draw? Range position? Yeah, range position. Alright, well, we have long range here. I need to move if I want to play Silent Arrow. And we probably want a sharp shot. Just to hit the struggle. Now, I don't know what hitting the water does. It might make him burst already, and I don't want to suffer damage from Wild Maul sitting here, so we basically always have to move. We're always going to be proccing this. So I need to be able to deal with it. Let's use... Considering how this boss works, I might want to hold range position. I know I want to play evasion. We can sack this. We want to play these two. And if I want to draw 2, I have to sack both of these as well if I'm going to move for this turn. So let's move with that card. Let me get these out of the way. Come on. Yeah, dee da dee da 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 da. And when we step onto the water, Xitheros gains 3 struggle. The active player gains a defense token. Alright, so that's going to pop them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yep. So, I figured he would just unleash. That's probably the way this guy goes. Is lots of unleash via struggle. Take the damage, unless I can cancel that behavior, which I don't think so. Beep, 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 beep. When another player suffers damage and you're in the front sector, I may discard this card to prevent that damage. If you do, you and that player draw 1. I will Bulwark. Also, I misplayed Bulwark on the last game because I only let the player draw 1, not you and the player. So we'll Bulwark and prevent that damage. Which gives me Sneaky Glide and Faint. Both useful cards. Yeah, we'll prevent it for Mira, so everyone's at 8. Then we have this. Okay, so we need to manage this guy's struggle as much as possible. Let's draw 2. I will play this, and then evasion, so we can draw 2. Alright. Actually... I can keep 2 cards in my hand. We'll get an extra defense. This will mitigate the one thing, and we have a defense. Odds are good that I... yeah, I have to discard this to do the volley, otherwise I just do damage to the struggle. Okay, well... I can't play this card too, so we're gonna play this card. Reduce the stamina cost of each defense we play this turn by 1, just for another defense card. When I discard this, we volley 2. That's 2 damage right there. And this guy needs 12 for a wound and flips on 7. Alright. Alright. And then I will play Sharp Shot, just to play Sharp Shot, which removes 1 struggle. And I'll end my turn. So we gain a stamina token at the start of the phase. I should probably keep a disrupt token out. So we'll be using these a lot, right? So I'm just gonna put this like over here near the monster board. But we're gonna get a disrupt token. Oh yeah, I don't have the +1 defense anymore. So we have 1 defense. That's fine. We'll take the 1 defense. We'll get hurt for attrition damage at the start of the attrition phase. So before I do that stuff. The aggro player suffers damage unless players collectively pay 4 stamina. Trample. Boy, this monster is pretty greedy for killing us, huh? Unless players collectively pay 4 stamina. Yeah, we'll take the damage. For now. We're gonna regret that later. But okay. If I can, we want to probably stun the attrition card. Since there's no preventing it. But yeah, that sure does suck. Also, water. What does water do again? Your base sequence limit is 3 instead of 5. It's a good thing I looked at that. I forgot what water did. So thanks. This. That ends our turn. Already down 3 HPs. We're ready to light this guy up. Xitheros turns to face Mira. So Leonar's turn. Didn't even hit a button. I don't know why that did that. All I did was pick him up and move him to the right slightly. So taunt cards are useless against this guy. So we may as well play these. Typically I like damaging myself so people can draw cards, but I may need to be more careful about that now. Hey, what's happening? Front sector, end of round, if you empty your hand. This is a weird fight considering they put 2 wild balls here. So if I want to move to the side to hit the guy, we get punished with the next character for staying here. That's kind of fucked. That do be fucked. Hey, I'm gonna discard Feint. We're gonna stay still. We'll become a threat. I'm gonna discard Feint to play Perseverance, so we draw 2. Immolate. Classic. We're not in water. Then I'm actually gonna rush Shield Master so that Leonor can be a bit more aggressive considering her draws this time. Which means I need to pay for this. And I need to pay for one of these, so I need 1 extra card. So this would deal 1 extra damage, this would deal... I need to see how much damage is on him. He didn't even draw an assist card, dude. You don't even have an assist card. Alright, I will assist with that blue. Nice. We are going to play Immolate. Choose another player to draw 1. I may suffer damage when all other players draw 1. I will suffer damage so all other players draw a card. Alright. And this deals 1 struggle damage, and this gives me aggro. Then we're going to play Beyond Limits, but I'm not going to power it up. We'll just do 2 damage with this. Just have to manage my life a little bit. Then we'll do Attack Plan for 0, which is another struggle remove thanks to Sword and Shield's effect on the bottom. And then I'll pay this Stamina Surge card, which generates 2 instead of 1 for red. And we can... yeah, we get a +1 whichever one of these we play. I'd rather have the aggro card just in case, so I guess I'll play Aggro Strike. Which will get... this gets a +2. We'll play Aggro Strike, so this does 3 damage. Alright. So we're at 7. On the first 12. We have 2 counters coming on that guy. So I think worth it to power up Shield Master ASAP. And then I will end my turn. So I draw 2 of these attrition cards. We get a -1 token as we are the aggro player. Oh, we're not the aggro player, right? I'm ignoring the rules. So we're not the aggro player, which means I do not get a -1 token, but I still have to beat a 2, which I'm not beating. So I'm going to cover fire to prevent the attrition damage on our boy here. And then we suffer 1 damage for the wild maw, which means we're tied. And I guess aggro wouldn't swap. Otherwise it constantly would swap, right? Kind of wish it would swap. But I think that ends the turn. So 2 of my characters are down to 6 HP on turn 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, we're ready to charge up. Taunt. It says the monster can't be taunted, right? But can I still play a taunt that gives someone a card? It just wouldn't turn and aggro the monster. I'm not sure how that works. If they say they can't be taunted, maybe you just straight up can't play it. The taunt effect. Anyway, Darion. I wish Darion could play 2 reds. I could if I draw into another red. So what I'm gonna do is also stay put. Right, we're not aggro, we are threatened. We're gonna stay put here on the side so I can slash that Xitheros. It's gonna be a very weird turn 1. Good thing I didn't empty my hand, so we have a lot of leeway as long as we always leave a card in hand. For this turn anyway. Which of these gets removed? The end of the round is getting used, so the 5 is getting... this 1 is going to come on and get removed, which is kind of nice. I don't want to deal with that. So, how do I play everything in my hand here? I need to find a red card specifically. Ah, okay. We can play a 1 mana pressing strike to draw 2 as well. I need to do 2 back-to-back reds, so I need to play 3 other cards, right? So drawing 1 with this isn't as good. We're gonna use Endurance to pay for Empty Fade. So we can play a card with Slash without paying stamina cost, and we'll do Pressing Strike, which is a Slash card. We'll draw 2, we don't get aggro. Alright, that's fine. We remove the struggle for playing a blue card. Now we will... use the Swift Dodge to pay for Evasive Step, search my deck for a red and add it to my hand. We want a cheap red. Yeah, Jumping Slice is a good idea. Battle Cry is a better idea, because then I can pay for this. That dumps my hand out, but the Battle Cry lets me draw 1 card and then we won't proc the thing. So it's actually kind of genius on this turn. Yellow, this is draw 1. I played a green last, though. Alright. we'll do this idea. So we'll battle cry for free. We'll do 2 damage to this guy, this bully. So that's 9. We enter Berserker state. We'll pay these 3 cards to Precise Strike. One of those cards was Quick Attack, so we deal our base weapon damage for free, which is 2. So this will be 5 again, with 1 carryover. And then Precise Strike, we inflict vulnerable. And we deal 4 damage since we did red and remove a struggle, but he doesn't have a struggle. So just 1, that's a wound, and then, oh no, hold on, 1 and then 3. There's 3 left, so we'll take that away. So we dealt a wound. We get a counter on our dude here, so our reds are slightly cheaper, and we draw a card for Berserker. Nice, because I'm gonna get hurt here, right? Alright. And since we did that, we want to play Disruption. Ally played red, so I can discard this to stun the monster. So we will stun the end of the round card, so that can't fire. And then we will choose Mira or Leonor. Doesn't matter which, and they will deal 2 damage for... Or they deal base weapon damage for each red in her hand. So 4 free damage coming in. And then that's a 5, so we're at 6 free damage. It's an okay turn, methinks. Alright, and then attrition phase, a 1 and a 2. So we do have 2 green. Unfortunately, we do get that token. And I'm not going to remove the token by discarding an aggro card. And then we lose another one to this Wild Maw. So instead of taking that extra damage, I'm going to use the rock to prevent one of that. We'll use that up now. I don't know when I'll have a better opportunity. And I think that ends Darion's turn. So we're only going to deal 8 damage with the thing unless I can assist him into a really good sledgehammer. What we got here? When I took the 1 damage, I would have drawn 1, but that happened before the draw phase, so it doesn't matter now. Alright, his Thorag's turn. Last guy will become threatened. We're not moving. So... I don't have to play this as an opening card, because we don't care about vulnerable. Unless I want to cash in on vulnerable here, and then maybe have another one of my cards. Well, I'm thinking about it, we have a token on Massive Blow. If I want to cash in on vulnerable, then have another one of my cards assist, but nobody can assist him. Nobody has assist cards except this. Alright, I'll assist him with Voice of the Dragon. I want to see if we get lucky. I keep forgetting. I didn't suffer attrition. I don't have a token. We're not the aggro player. So I blocked the attrition. I only took damage for the wild maul. I didn't have to consume the rock. Yeah, only the aggro player has that nerf. You have to keep that in mind. So, hold up. I had a 1 and a 2 for him. Did he have 2? He had 2 yellows. Okay, so he also has 1 more HP. He did not suffer the attrition damage, only the wild maul damage. Alright, back to what I was doing. Thinking. I want to draw 2 first, honestly, but inflicting vulnerable a second time could be good. We're gonna pay 3 because their mastery is not mastered. I will Iron Blast. So this deals 2 extra damage, which is 4. We'll double it to 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 10, 11, 12. So 3 carryover, another wound dealt. And then I'll re-inflict vulnerable since we're opening with Iron Blast. Then we'll discard this blue card to play Iron Will, which will draw me 2. So tackle and sharp reflexes. I actually want to keep sharp reflexes so I can move to another side, and then he can at least get on the other side, which might make things better than all of us being in the same zone. With that in mind, I did not get another red card. I'll play Perseverance so I can draw 1. Fine, we can't capitalize on it. I don't want to activate his empty hand card effect. Especially since it's going to be there next turn too. So we might be pretty well off here depending on how things go. We haven't drawn the 3 yet. And I'm drawing 2 cards, so I'm actually going to sack the Frontal Assault to pay for Decisive Effort. And then we will end our turn. So on the attrition step, damn it, made the bad call. That's okay. 1, 2, 3. Looks like everyone's going to be activating their masteries on round 2. Doesn't count towards my hand size, so we get a 6 card. Welcome back. These are good stuns to have. Very good stuns. So I can keep this on. Well, this is getting milled. I can keep something under control though. This fizzles. The round ends. He gains 4 shruggies. At the start of the next round, does anybody want to consume a potion? I am going to forego consuming a potion at the start of the round. This is ignored. Because that would happen before the round ends, and then during behavior cleanup, this happens, this comes here. He's still facing Mira. And then Mira is still player 1. So this is going to activate. The active player has a red in their hand, they take a disrupt token. Xitheros gets +1 damage until the end of this turn. Alright, so I have a red in my hand, so I will take a disrupt token. And then he's gonna boost this, and Xitheros gets the +1 damage until end of turn. So he's got +1 damage. Just to remind me. Okay, now this is flanks and slash or becoming a threat, which we are on the flanks. And then this is becoming a threat and slash or tail. Start. So I have an idea. When that card activates, we're going to initiate sharp reflexes. So Thore can move into the water, and he won't be a threat anymore since he moved. Okay. You know, actually, if I don't activate that right now, this doesn't activate yet. I'm gonna hold off on doing that until later. We're gonna try to play games here, especially since his damage is buffed until the end of the round. Wait, it says until the end of this turn. That's not round. Turn and round is different. Is it only till the end of turn? End of Mira's turn? That's not bad at all then. Till the end of this turn? This turn gets specified? I'm almost positive turn is just player turn and round is the whole round. Yeah, that's why there's a separate thing. End of turn. Okay, so that's till the turn. That's not so bad. Then, yeah, I'm still gonna do what I said I was gonna do. So, Mira, at the start of the turn, is going to draw a card by suffering a damage with Scenario. Then I'm gonna move with Silent Arrow, since I can't play that because I'm aggro. So we're gonna move down to the gang here again. Who can assist her? I kind of want to play. I want to not play both of these cards. No, you can assist maybe. could end up sledgehammering for a ton. What is your turn looking like? We're activating the thing. I could get a red card back, which could be the one that causes vulnerable. Oh, I didn't play the one that causes vulnerable. That's you. So we could do this paying for battle trance, and then this paying for concentrated attack. Keep a card in hand. So how much damage does he have? Oh, he only has 3. Well, if I do 8, that would be 9, 10, 11. So I really only want to play one of these on this turn. And I could opt to not volley, because volley is a May ability, yes. So we would be at 11. This would put a thing on him, and then we could have a turbo-powered sledgehammer. I'd have to exhausting strike and then sledgehammer. Which means I'm gonna need assist cards from the other guys, because he's gonna need some extra help to do that. But that is a huge hit, because sledgehammer at max is +7. That's 9, so that'd be 18. I can draw a card too when my plan comes to fruition. I wouldn't really have enough to stun the guy, though, is the thing. Unless I can play Knockout after Sledgehammer. Because Knockout gets played after Red. What are you doing? Nothing. Oh, if only I could get aggro cards. I could gas Storeg. I might be able to get an aggro card. I can try to gas Storeg. Basically, with the Guardian Blade. Just getting like 2 cards because I'm not getting 3 here. She can only play 1 this turn. So, and if I play the 1, I have to sack one of the other ones. So this is 8 damage. This is 7 damage. So we'll sack Deadly Shot as 2 and long range so I don't get attrition damage this turn. We'll pay for Heavy Arrow with the extra blood pips to do 8 damage. 8 damage is pretty rad. 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 11 total. Alright, we got a card in hand. We were not a threat since I moved. We did not start in the tail or the flank. So, our turn ends. We get the 1, so the 3 is still in there. What's left? 2. There's a 1 and a 3. 50-50 on which one I draw. We are the aggro player, so we get the extra disrupt token, but we prevent the attrition damage, so this doesn't matter. How do disrupt tokens work? Let me see some. Do they linger, or are they until the end of the turn? Wait, that's not gonna help me. Where's disrupt token again? You must place on a defensive card in your sequence. That card does not count for your attrition deck. Check this turn. This card is taken at the end of the attrition phase. Okay, they don't linger. So at the end of the attrition phase, this guy is not buffed anymore, thankfully. We don't have those tokens. We are drawing back up. I forgot I had this, in all honesty. So instead of losing Deadly Shot, I would pay with this and my token to get Heavy Arrow paid for, and then I can keep Deadly Shot. No volley from the bow effect, so we don't do a 12 damage, even though I would like to mill my deck. It's a good thing I didn't, because Acrobatics is one of the sexiest cards she has. Granted, I have no blue. Yet. I have no assistance whatsoever to provide. Alright, and he turns to face me. Since he's facing us, he's not proccing either of these card effects on this round. So for this entire turn, we're practically invulnerable to him, as long as I don't completely dump my hand, which maybe Thoreg will. I've got to wait and see how greedy I want to be. Actually, he's currently set to dump his hand to activate the thing, which might be too risky, because I need to move to play the red card. Let me think about this. How bad do we really want to activate his mastery? It's helpful, but it doesn't do a lot on this coming turn, because all of our reds and yellows are basically played, except for one each. Yeah, and not this turn, but this deck cycle. Everything else in 8 of these cards are green and blue. 8 of them. Alright, well, there's 2 yellows. There's 2 yellows and 2 reds. Never mind. So 4 of them. Okay. I am sad, no one can assist except him. Holy shit. Alright, let's assist. I'd rather do less sledgehammer damage, but still do a powerful hit. And keep the boss under control. So what we're gonna do is... I should keep Undaunted Charge now too. We'll use the Surround to move. I'm gonna move over to this side. And then we can use Momentum to play Battle Trance, which does 1 struggle removal. Thanks to Sword and Shield. It's effect. And then we're gonna pay 2 for Concentrated Attack. So choose another player, increase the damage this deals by 1 for each red in their discard pile. I think we're choosing her. That's 4. What do you got? You got 3. You got 2. Alright, we'll choose Mira. So we deal 5 damage and this inflicts vulnerable. It should be 4 carryover. And he's stance changing, so this might affect things. You're vulnerable. We got 3 tokens on our boy, so his mastery is good to go. Unfortunately, it doesn't proc right now. And stance number 2. Still can't be taunted or confused. He gains 1 struggle for each red across all players' hands. Still 1 damage. And then this is permanent. This is not permanent. When you suffer attrition damage, shuffle a bleeding card into your deck. If you already have a bleeding card in your deck or discard pile, Xitheros advances to stance 3 instead. Yeah, I now remember this. We want to try and kill him in stance 2 because stance 3 is like extraordinarily bad. So we actually have to play kind of cautiously against this guy. I do recall the gimmick. Right, we're not a threat anymore. We have that. This is still in their hand. We either get a 1 or a 3 here. So I might be getting my bleeding card now. And he gets a bunch of struggle. He gets 1, 2, 3 struggle. That's not so bad. 3 struggle. I think that ends their turn. So, attrition phase with Prege. We got hit for the 3. Can I prevent the attrition damage? I don't have the card on her. Cover fire. And I'm no longer in the rock terrain. It would be a nice time to prevent this. That's okay, we can prevent it later. I'll have to play really defensive with Leonor, as yellow cards are much more important to play now, since they do 2 damage apiece. So we'll take the 1, we get the bleeding card, which isn't the worst thing in the universe, but I cannot take another attrition on him. No, we shuffle it into the deck straight up. Okay, and then 1, 2, there it is. So he gets another struggle, discard immediately. Since you discard it immediately and you have to refill the 5, I think I still gain, don't I? 5? It's not like actually clogging your hand. How does that work? Is it supposed to count as clogging the hand so you only have 4 cards? I feel like thematically it's supposed to do that. Well, it says they clogged the deck. What does the wound card say? After you draw from your deck, discard it immediately. I need to read the rules on the wound card now. Where's the glossary? Wound card, page 30. Wound card. You know, now I don't remember. Do these sit in your hand or do they discard immediately? Yeah, this doesn't answer my question either. This is the Harpoo board game streaming staple. Run into a question, become unsure of yourself and how shit works. Does this thing answer rune cards? I guess it'd be end of turn order of operations, right? When do you discard rune cards? Okay. Here we go. Yeah, let me see something. The reason why I'm getting confused over this is because of our recent battle with the Venom guys. What the fuck does this read? When you discard from your hand, suffer damage equal to your weapon. So this sits in your hand, but the other one says you discard it immediately. Discard immediately when drawn from the deck. Reaction. After you draw this card from your deck, discard immediately. That one specifies reaction. Is reaction a word I can reference here? There is a reaction icon. Reaction system. That's just the monster reaction system. I think it just gets discarded immediately. Uh, 15. 15 magic power. I think the point of the wound card discarding immediately is that it interrupts some stuff here. Now I'm confusing myself though. Did I give him his struggle? I did not. He should be at 6 because he was at 5. Yeah, we definitely don't want to forget what we were doing here. I'm gonna play it that it gets discarded immediately because that's what it does. So we're still getting 5 cards, and let me try a different search. I must be an idiot because no one else has asked this question. I'm gonna play it this way. I think it gets played this way. How have I been playing wound cards before? Have I been drawing 5 and then only having 4 cards in hand? Because I think that's incorrect now. I'm making it slightly harder on myself, which counterbalances me doing the aggro system wrong before. Alright, anyway, we drew back up to 5. When we draw, these were here first. Yeah, if I had a thing here, it would have been interrupted. He's vulnerable. He turns to face Mira, or stays turned to face Mira. We did the attrition stuff because I got damaged and whatnot. We have, at least I can cancel the behavior. I can protect myself. So now I need to absolutely make sure we never hit this 3 cards. So he needs to play 3 defense cards, unless I know the 3 isn't in the stack. He also kind of needs to move. Alright, Darion's turn. So Darion is going to move with slash to the flank here. And we're gonna go to the other side. Right? Yep. That's what we're gonna do. And then Darion is going to we know 1 is all that's left. But I can't dump my hand. Can we assist him? We can assist him not. Alright, so, because I can't taunt this dude, I don't know if I can use the taunt as an assist. Which is fine, because I get extra damage on the next turn if I keep Rapid Dash. So, yeah. I'm just gonna Guardian Blade. And at the end of my action phase, she's gonna play draw 1 for each aggro in my sequence. Maximum draw is 3. We're gonna have him draw 1. And then that ends our turn. So we are no longer a threat. And we block that one and take no attrition damage. And then we draw. Thank you for getting an assist card. A resilience card. Okay, this is a nice combo always. What do you need? You need 16 per wound, and we have to do that 7 times. Unless I put him in the stance 3. We have to pay attention to that. Alright. Your turn. We're gonna assist him with the heavy clash. Alright, we got the whirlwind. So if I want to do the knockout stun and the sledgehammer, I should probably start with the whirlwind. I won't be able to double the damage, but this costs free. Sledgehammer. I'm sacking a concussion here. That's 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, I have to manually move so I can use the sledgehammer. I have to pay for the stun. I'd rather pay for the stun, so we only have 4 for sledgehammer, then I have to move. I need another card somehow. I can't get another card. So let's move. We're gonna move over to... yeah, you know what? I should have used my move earlier. I would have started my turn with a scenario. I would have had a spare card. But I would have became a threat activating 2 things, so it's probably for the best that I don't do that. Also, I'm thinking all 3 of these guys should have moved in the same direction. This isn't getting replaced though. And Mira is going to be moving. As long as she maintains aggro and alternates these spots, we can maybe mitigate his action economy for a while. We're in round 2, by the way. I don't need to stun him this round. It just gets some extra damage in. I could keep this in my hand, and then 3, 4, 5, 6 times 2 is 12. That would be 8, 16. 16 is a totally worthwhile amount of damage. I really need to play more blue cards, don't I? Alright, we're gonna do it. I'm gonna whirlwind. That removes 1 struggle. And then we're going to pay 6 for sledgehammer. So we'll do 16 damage. Because it's 2 base plus the other stuff. This means I won't do the stun yet, but 16 damage is way too worth. 16 damage is just a straight up wound with 4 carry. Right? How do you not just deal a wound to the monster? Oh man. Right, and now I'm gonna suffer attrition. That's just the way the cookie crumbled here. So we'll have two guys with bleeding tokens that need to take it easier unless they have something crazy useful to do. Alright, we'll end their turn. There's a chance I draw the 0. It's a 1. We're not the aggro player, right? So I cannot give them the defense token. We will suffer an attrition damage, and we will get our bleeding card added to our deck. And then this will go here, this will go here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It gets his 1 struggle back that I just got rid of. My favorite combo. Mighty Strain and the Leverage. The best combo. We have no supportive things and stuff. So, at the end of the turn, we get 4 more struggies. So that's 10. Around 3. This is gone on the refresh. This is here. So this is aggro card or playing a thing. Or starting in a flank. Or being a threat. Man, I'd have to not play an aggro card. This one we probably will proc. So Mira is first again for round 3. Right, I don't have supportive things. We need to move. Maybe it's not worth it for Mira to shoot him here. So I'm gonna move with Swift Deflection. We will draw a card. We're gonna come over to this side. And now that I saw how the cards lay out, I think I do want these guys to bounce on the same terrain, the same zone. Maybe. Vision draw. Let's not let Mira take this thing. The red card. So the aggro card. So I can't play any of this stuff. I'm going to play acrobatics with decoy paying for it. I can't play this. Boy, I think we have to activate this. Because I need to block a 2 so I don't get a bleeding card on 3 of my people here. And we have to hope we don't get the 3. But then I would empty my hand doing this. What a tough spot to be in. What a tough spot to be in. How do we play this out? We hope we get one of the other 4 ones. Statistically, equally as likely as drawing a 2 or 3. It's also a 0, so it's 5 out of 9 good cards. 5 out of 9 good tiles in there. We don't anger the monster in any capacity. Too many aggro cards here. For there to be an aggro card up here. And this doesn't get eliminated. Somebody has to proc this aggro card. Worst case scenario is he unleashes, right? So everyone gets hit for 1. This isn't the end of the universe. I might be able to draw 2 cards with precision draw though. We don't proc these 2, just that one. I'm gonna precision draw. We'll deal 2 damage and volley 1, so 3 damage. Oh boy. 3 damage added. We will activate this card. If the active player has any attack in your sequence, Xitheros gets +1 until the end of this turn. Not too bad, right? Only till end of the turn. Not too bad. Not too bad. And the active player takes a disrupt token. That's a bit of an issue, but he took away 2 struggle. That means I'm getting my bleed here. Where's this? Oh right, I took it out. I deleted it. I knew I would end up by doing it by accident. So that's gonna cancel my green card, and now I need a 0. Oh well, we'll end their turn with that. He gains 1 struggle back. Fuck. Alright, this is gone. End of the turn. We do get the 2, so we were gonna get hit anyway. We take 2 damage since he had the +1 damage, and those 2 go there. 1, 2. Oh wait, hold up. Well, I'll do 1, 2. This is 3 and gets discarded. He gains another struggle, which is 11, 4, 8, 9, 10. It's 10 again. Right. He spent 2, he got 2. Wonderful. We flip this over. I'm probably gonna have to drink my potion on the next turn. Alright. He gets up to 11 struggle tokes. So a 2 is gone. That was an unfortunate hand from us, considering how we're trying to play this. To avoid this thing. Oh yeah, I was the aggro player. I had -2. I was gonna have -1 anyway. Only a 0 would have kept me safe with that turn. That's fine. Then he rotates over to here. And it is Leonar's turn. Leonar will take a damage to draw a card. Alright, so aggro, front facing, we're in the front. So the active player suffers damage unless a player in an adjacent sector discards a rift from the hand. If they do discard, the active player draws 1 card. Right, this would be a reason to split us up on the 4 different ways, but then the tail procs. So I can only play around 1 of these cards. Nobody's adjacent, so we're gonna suffer 1 damage. due to that. And then he's got this card again, the aggro card. We know the aggro card costs him struggle and gives us a disrupt token. Oh, you know what? I can anticipate that. I think it might be worth to prevent that damage. We don't want to take damage if we can avoid it. As for confusing the monster, he's just going to end up turning to her again. Alright, I'll use agility to move. We will move over to this zone here. So we're still not a threat. I will, it'd be really nice to Undaunted Charge, but I'm trying to keep this card on the board here. It's best if I activate my thing. I'll shield block. We remove one struggle. And then I will rapid dash. Oh yeah, we're already up. This dealt 2 damage. I forgot, we already activated that. So that dealt 2 damage, and then we deal 3 additional damage for the rapid dash. That's 5 damage. 5... 10, 14, not quite 16. Man, if we draw a 2 or 3, we are facing this third stance form already, which is going to be a pain in the ass. I can prevent it with the rock. So I guess we're just gonna yellow prevent it with the rock. And then hope for the best. It is a 2, so I will prevent it with the rock, so we don't get the bleeding stance shift. Alright, this guy's here, this guy's here. Everyone's attacks, weapons, their weapons have +1 damage. 2, 3. Alright, last breath. Deal damage to the monster equal to the damage you sustain. Noticing that my yellow cards are kind of expensive. They're kind of expensive. Alright, that's 2 2s gone. So there's a 3, 2 2s and a 1. There's 4 1s, a 0, and a 3. And 2 2s. No. 1 2. There's 1 2 left. Alright. Darion's turn. We're gonna draw a card with Scenario. Well, I definitely really want to use Thwart to remove struggle. We're mastered, right? I didn't stun yet. We're not mastered. I actually have to knock out, which is unfortunately after I stun. We'll see what happens with the leverage card. Who doesn't have their bleed? Darion. You have to move first. Kinda wish I had one more card. But nobody has assisting cards. Oh yeah, her thing is going off the deck. Yeah, so I actually don't do what I wanted to do. I'm gonna move with Massive Strike to the top zone with Darion. And then what we're gonna do is Dragon Dash, Reactive Guard for free. We're not mastered, I actually can't do that. To pay for Reactive Guard. I have to pay for Double Slash if I want to draw a card. How many cards did he have left in hand? He had 2, right? We got a stamina token. She had... How many cards did she have left in hand? I think I dumped her hand except for 1. Because of how weird her turn was. I actually really need some stamina tokens here. This turn sorta sucks. I need Darion to do like 15 different, or I need Thoreg to do 15 different things for us. I need him to remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need him to remove at least 3 struggle. Which means he really wants to have Thor on hand. And I need him to not take attrition damage. So this thing doesn't go in a stance 3. Alright, I'm gonna play Dragon Dance and I'm gonna play Reactive Guard, and that's gonna be the turn. We'll keep Thor in hand. We'll do no damage on this turn. Attrition check, it's a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let me discard those first. It has assist cards. That retreat would have been really useful. Alright, Thoreg's turn. So we're gonna suffer damage to draw a card. with scenario. Okay. Here's how we do this. Unfortunately, Heavy Slam is an aggro card, and unfortunately, we know how this thing works. Do I just not stun the monster on this turn? We're gonna start with a Mighty Strain. Paying for leverage, so we will take the Strain token and draw one less card. We will draw 5 cards. So 1. Fatigue, damage. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's another token on him. You got 11. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. God damn it, man. Alright. No, wait, this counts towards the draw still. I just have to discard it immediately. So that would be an instance where the wound and the bleed sucks. Because I'm not refilling my hand to 5, we're just drawing 5. Okay, so we can definitely go heavy support. We got what we were looking for, I think. Now, I need to preserve a blue for later, which that is the best one to combo with Sledgehammer. So we want to pay for concussion. And then we can heavy slam afterwards and combo it with the guy. So we need 3 for concussion. 1, 2, 3. Let's pay for concussion. 3 stamina. Get the concussion off. So we will stun the monster. I'll choose Darion to reveal his 2 cards. We have +1 damage for weapons, so this is 6 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is that? 14, 15, 16. So it's 4 carryover and a wound. We will stun this card here. Did we not move or did I move? Because that's going to change my calculation too. Did I not pay to move? Because I was supposed to move up top to protect me from the aggro. I was going to assist regardless. So let's say I paid to move with an assisted card. And we actually will not keep Sledgehammer because of that, though. But we'll still do the concussion. We did the damage. We have the stun. The next thing we want to do is Heavy Smash. So we're going to use Sledgehammer to pay for Heavy Smash. Since we have our Mastery active now. We remove 3 struggle instead of 1 struggle, and we deal 3 damage because of this guy's bonus 1 damage. So that's going to be 5, 6, 7 damage on him. We remove 3. I'm going to make it 6 struggle because we're going to use Darion's card. Wart. To double the amount, and then the active player draws a card. Alright. Since we're not taking the first turn and we go last, I don't think I need the stuns so much. So I'm willing to... I kind of want the stamina token. I want to keep my cards in hand. We don't need to remove 2 struggle right now. We did our job. We staved off the impending thing. So I think I'll end my turn there. And we hopefully draw a 1 or a 0. So we got the 0. That means there's only 1s, 2s, and a 3 still left in the deck. Stance 3 is a coming, and oh, she's a coming. Real bad. We only draw 1 card. So we're probably fucked on the following round. So I cannot dodge the attrition deck. Alright, that's round 4. I need to do some damage to this guy before stance 3 happens. This is gone. He gains 4 struggle at the start of the round. We're gonna have a change here happen. I'm gonna consume my potion with her, the Alamore, so we gain 4 HP. Since 0 is on the top, the Alamore is used up. And that means she's no longer the aggro player. As per the rules of this thing, the aggro player is a tie. I'm going to make it Leonor, who is the aggro player. And no one else will drink their potion yet. This guy doesn't turn to him yet. He'll turn to him on the thing. But because of how it's end of the round determines who the first turn is and then consume, so Mira is still going first. That is important to note. So he gained 4. This cycles out. And then the attrition phase card, which I completely forget what that one does, is next. Okay. So, excuse me, I'm gonna pay a life to draw a card with Scenaria. First, I'm going to volley 2 and deal 2 damage. Because volley is weapon level, right? Not weapons damage. Then I'll draw with Scenaria. Cool, acrobatics. Since we have acrobatics, I will choose to stay in place, will become a threat. So we're playing this. And I may want a decoy to give somebody a card, but if we can avoid aggro card on this round, that might be the best. I need to play like 2 or 3 defense here since I don't have the ignore. Let's start with this. We're gonna sack the back flip. We're gonna play acrobatics. Right, nothing happens. We're gonna play sharp shot. So next time I play a red this turn, I'll deal 2 damage. Although, well, I will be able to. We can move. I'm gonna move to where this guy is. Not those guys. We get to move immediately, so we lose our threat and draw 3 cards. Or we're supposed to draw 3 first. Ah, this changes things. Now I don't have to play stuff. Although, since I got evasion too, I could play more cards. I would like to assist with this, I think. Backflip's the only card in the discard pile. If we're avoiding an aggro card for as long as possible. Well, I can play an aggro as long as it's not an attack card already in the thing. Well, her attack cards are aggro as fuck. I'm gonna draw 2 for myself with evasion. So not gonna be playing decoy. Alright, this is worth it because I can get rid of this and we can cheese the effect of it. This is going to be facing Leonard no matter what. So he's going to have to deal with the front facing card anyway. My other characters are not going to be able to play their red cards if I move Leonard. Depends on if I draw the threat card or not. I forget what this attrition card is too. I need to do damage while I can. We're gonna play heavy arrow with the extra cost so we get 8 damage in on this guy. 8, so that's 10, 15, 16, 17, 1 carry over, 16 is a wound, we're down to 4, we're almost there, home stretch. We'll flip this over. If the active player has any attack in their sequence, he gets +1 damage on turn, and the active player takes a disrupt token. That's fine. That's actually good. I won't put the damage token out because we suffer no attrition no matter what, so it doesn't matter. This token doesn't matter. We'll end their turn. Not a threat because we moved. It's a 1. That sucks. What's left? 1, 2, 1, 3, 2 1s. We have to play hyper defensive till that 3 comes out with the other people. We have 2 cards, so we will gain our things here. And then what was in my sequence? Oh yeah, I did 2 extra damage. Also, this did 1 extra damage for the weapon damage, so 2 extra damage, 3 extra damage in total. That was way too good to pass up on. At the start of the attrition phase, this would have happened. The aggro player suffers damage unless players collectively pay 4 stamina. So before I draw cards, I am down. This is at the end of the attrition phase. I am down to pay Ooh, this one I wanted. This means I don't get this token. You know what? He's got a +1 damage right now, that's why this matters. Your turn is so fucked. Your turn is so fucked. I can cancel this card. I'll cancel this card. So it doesn't do any damage. Alright, and we have a walk on water, which I forget what the walk on water does. Then, since we cancel that, we will get the stamina. We won't have to worry about paying nothing. Draw 3 cards here. Let me move my hand down. We have an assist. We have an assist. Okay, so that was her turn. He turns to face our dude. Our dude gets to activate. I definitely need to do that. And this, right? But then I have to stand still. And if I stand still, I'm in the wild mall terrain, which is not ideal. Moving into... Alright, well first of all, this happens. Let's do this. If I have a red in my hand, I take a disrupt token. Until the end of the turn, it gets +1 damage. Alright. +1 damage. Disrupt token? I do get a disrupt token. So that makes everything harder for me to not set off the final phase. With that in mind, let's really think about this then. So I think his final phase, his attack is like 3-5 or something on level 0. He's basically going to be one-shotting people. He can't be confused, so I can't turn him around. Oh, that's okay. We can pay an aggro card to help him out. And this costs nothing and does so much damage. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to move with tempo over to this lovely, wrong character, over to this lovely water terrain here. We're gonna find out what the water walk thing is. So Xitheros gains 1 struggle, or 3 struggle. Active player gains a defense token. Oh yeah, this helps me. This actually helps us. Yeah, we get a defense token. One of the rare instances of defense tokening. He gains 3 struggle, who cares? Alright, now we have the tail activation, and he's gonna turn. Oh, see? We did it correctly. We did it correctly. The only thing is they're gonna be suffering some extra damage, I think. End of the round now. Now I have an incentive to stun. And becoming a threat. Alright. So. Wasn't me. We're going to pay 2 for Undaunted Charge. We remove 3 struggle, 2 for the card, 1 for the shield and sword. So get rid of that struggle you just gained. We deal 2 damage for shield mastery. Yeah, Shield Mastery is gonna be clutch in this one. When I paid for that, we lost this. And then this costs free because we're mastered. And we did yellow red, so this gets a bonus 3 damage plus a bonus 3 damage, so it's 6. This is 8 total damage. 5, 6, 7, 8. And then this is 5. So that's 10, 14. Alright, now I can only play one more card, but we want to keep this in hand so we don't proc the mystery card that I haven't seen yet. I forgot I have a stamina. It's okay. The stamina token doesn't help me now. I think we end our turn with that. Now, the downside is he's going to phase shift. More than likely. So, these cancel each other out. I'm going to get rid of them. I can give my guy a token. At the start of the aggro player's attrition phase. So at the start of the attrition phase, we will spend precision draw here to give him an extra defense token. So we're at 2 defense right now. The only problem is that mitigates this thing. Or that mitigates this card. So... Oh, you know what? This would technically treat them as a tie. Aren't they both the aggro player due to this rule set? I didn't think about this before. But they would both be the aggro player. That makes it a little harder, right? I probably wasn't playing that right. Scent of blood. Let me see if I can find out rules. Scent of blood tie breaking. Primal, the awakening. Hmm. I don't know who... If 2 of them are, because they're tied, or if only 1 can ever be. Since typically only 1 ever is. I'm gonna keep playing it as 1 for now. And in the future, if I find clarification on that, I would change it up. The one thing I can do, give me 1 more minute. I do have the FAQ. I don't think the FAQ talks about this situation. Let's go look. Official FAQ. FAQ is only like a 2-pager thing. Yeah, the only thing that's close to it is the question is what happens when I need to identify a target for an effect, but two targets are equally valid. The answer is you should apply the Primal rule and select based on the worst case scenario. But since it's not always clear what that might be, players are encouraged to decide freely. So I'm just going to use that as my ruling here. I should pick the worst case scenario for me on who he's targeting, but I don't know who would be worse to target, honestly. So we're just going to stay targeting Leonard, which I moved the mirrors over here. And we moved him. I moved Mirror here. Did I not move Leonard? Leonard should have joined her. He should have joined her. Now I'm really confused on how this all turned out. I think I moved the wrong character earlier. Anyway, the reason why I was doing all of that is because we're on the attrition phase. So we have an extra disrupt token, so we only have one defense here. And we block it. Okay. Glad we cleared that up. Sorry for taking like 80 years to figure this out. Complicated. Alright, now we're the de facto aggro player. We suffer the fatigue damage. This is gone. 1, 2, 3. Alright, what we got? We have a useless taunt. This guy's gonna go full aggro. We're getting close to the end of this fight, so I guess now it's fine if he phase shifts. Bonus damage is gone. Thankfully he missed us. All the ones I didn't mean to look at that. It's my apologies. I was gonna say all the ones are gone. There's 1 left, and then a 3 and a 2. We had 2 cards left? No. I just didn't spend my token. Okay, I didn't give myself stamina. Alright. So Xitheros turns this way. Right, and we're not a threat. And now if I have all of that correct, it is Darion's turn. So Darion needs to play this card, which means we are going to become a threat. So we're out of cards. I can't assist him. Right, I have a resiliency. We're gonna become a threat and we'll find out what happens with this card. We can prevent attrition with the thing. This is activating. The active player discards a defense from their hand. Oh dear god, he just got me good. Yeah. Alright, well, now we know what that card does. This dude is escalating. You discard defense card, not the attrition one again. Come on, man. Bro! Well, I may as well engage. Or I could jumping slice for damage. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Having him draw a card would be probably smart, so his turn isn't as shitty. I will engage. I will let this guy draw one. We will remove a struggle. That's probably the better idea than getting 5 damage in right now. And yeah, I'm empty. We're drawing 2. We do suffer attrition damage. I will take it. It's 1 and we don't have our bleed yet. So this guy's on top of the deck, funnily enough. Suffer attrition. So we're at 5. And then at the end of the round, this goes here. We draw this, which gets him his struggle. Then we go 1, 2, 3, fatigue, 4, 5. Holy. That turn sucked. Alright, and this happened at the start of the thing. The aggro player suffers damage. The aggro player is tied between us. I would say it's worse for me in this instance for Leonard to remain the aggro player, because if Darion takes it, speaking of which, Wildmar, alright, Darion takes it, he's aggro, which means Darion suffers the damage unless we pay 4. Should I pay 4 stamina? Nah. I forgot about the Wild Maw. When is this proc? This is at the end of the turn, so it's not on the attrition phase. Alright, so on the attrition phase, he would have suffered damage, since he was the aggro. I was gonna say, it makes sense for him to be the aggro player, because if I turn him, Thoreg has an advantage. And now that we're tied at 3, he can stay the aggro player instead of it going to Darion, because this forces Thoreg to stay still if he wants to do a red card, which I think is worse for us in this instance. I emptied my hand. Oh shit, I emptied my hand like a dumbass. This activated too. The active player suffers damage unless the top card of the discard pile was a defense. Oh, I have no idea. Active player becomes threatened too. We were already threatened. I have no idea if our top card was defense or not, but we can find out maybe. It's not too late. It's not too late. Where's my primal? Save. The power of technology can make me do this correctly. Let's go back like a minute. It's gonna be more than a minute. Let's go back 2 minutes. Okay. My top card was a defense card. Cool. That's all we need to see. Perfect memory through the power of technology. Alright, so we did not suffer damage. That card's finally gone. Now we know what it is. It's not so bad, I guess. But he does threaten you. And then this is here. Okay. And this would have procced when I emptied my hand before the attrition phase. So this is actually like that. And this came after this card flipped, so it's not proccing for the threat. I think I'm caught up. I ruined my good thing by doing what I did. But maybe a blessing in disguise. So, what do we have? Need to get to killing this monster. I need my vulnerable cards back. That actually helped me. Since I reloaded this, he's down a struggle. Yeah, he's down a struggle for activating War Tyranny. Yeah, that might have been useful. Now that we don't care about dumping our hand, because we're going to be playing an aggro card anyway. I'm starting my turn in the flank. This happens. All players discard a card from their hand. If 2 or more players discard the same colors, Xitheros gains 3 struggle. First of all, that really is... that sucks. Second of all, we can play around that because it's a single play. Wow. I guess he can play around in multiplayer too. What's busted? They're pretty good, yeah? He ruined my turn. Wow, I think I forgot to mention it. When we hit the 3 for the attrition damage, right, we took it for blood. I saved the rock for Thorik, I remember. I'm trying to think, what do I discard here? This guy could do green if he has to. This guy can do blue. She can do yellow. If only I could cancel this behavior, because this behavior is actually so bad. Which one is this? The flank one? Behavior is bad. We'll discard... We need to discard the blue. She did yellow. So you can do red. Is that the only card there? Okay, well, we can increase everybody's damage, I guess. So red, yellow, blue, and green. Those would be the discards. No struggle gain for this bitch. This is positive for us, right? Gets us a defense token. We're becoming a threat because we're not moving. I'm gonna play Disruption. We're gonna deal 2 damage to the guy, which is actually 3 damage now. So it's 5, 10. This is 16 here. So 1 carry over, another wound. And then we're immune to dumping our hand. No, this is gonna damage me, but we can take the damage. I could have moved with this, I guess. That's gonna flip now, since I played an aggro card. The active player is in the attack new sequence. He gains +1 attack until end of turn, and we take a disrupt token. That's fine, that's fine. That's fine. Alright, he gets his +1 damage. We'll mark it. We get a disrupt token. We're going to be using the rock. Also, this is gone. That was last turn. We're going to dump our hand on this turn. Now, we don't care about dumping our hand at the moment. So, we'll knock out to stun the monster. That's another 3 damage on Xitheros, thanks to the buff. The stun will proc, will prevent the end of the round effect from firing. We will pick, I guess, Leonor. He only has 1 red, so that'll deal 3 damage because stun deals, is it weapon level? It's weapon damage, so he gets the +1. This would be 5 with 2 carryover. So we're at 7. Alright. And then we suffer attrition. 1, a 2, and get the 3. Get the 3. 3 on top. 3 on top. Fuck! The 0! Not the 0, man! Not the 0! Alright, we're gonna use the rock to prevent that attrition damage. We get to draw the full. Okay. He's gonna enter stance 3 on this round, almost guaranteed. I don't know if I'll be able to keep avoiding that fact. That's an assist. This is an assist card. Okay. So that ends round 4. We're on round 5. He's not stunned anymore. We skip the activation of this. His water card will cycle out for that. This is gone. This is over there. He gets 4 struggle. 1 for each player. And the first player with the lowest HP is Leonor. So Leonor can go. From this point, we need 16, 32. What, 48 damage? Minus 7? 41 damage? $41 damage. But if I hit stance 3, we have to do a lot more damage, I'm pretty sure. I can't really avoid this. Does someone have an aggro card that they can discard this guy? Oh yeah, I forgot to do something. He has 2 less struggle. I didn't remove struggle when I hit him with my... Oh, he has 1 less struggle. I didn't hit him with my struggle. Oh, I forgot. That's too far back. I was just thinking I added the 2 damage for Shield Master, but I forgot the struggle removal. I'm gonna take a damage and draw a card. We're gonna do that because we're probably gonna play Last Breath and Immolate here. We are going to... This is all other players anyway, not us, so we're gonna want to move. If now's the time to deal damage, we'll move a fair token over to this side. No, I gotta be up here, right? We don't want to activate this discard a card on everybody. That's not the one. That's the other one, the flank card, but we want to be up there anyway. I made that mistake already. Don't want to do that again. Oh, was this here or this activated at the start of my turn before I move? If I have red in my hand, I take a disrupt token. He gets the +1 damage until end of turn. All right. You have +1 damage. I have +1 disruption. Then I would draw a card, then I would move. What does this one do now? I forget. We're gonna find out the hard way. He has +1 damage. He might kill me if I activate that. So, considering I need to do as much damage as I can and inflict this vulnerable, which 5, 6, 7. This does +8 damage, +2. I'm not gonna get to inflict vulnerable, unfortunately. We're gonna carry over the damage that we deal. Or we're gonna deal too much damage. This is 7. This is gonna be 17. Just playing this card. Or it'll be 16 exact playing this card. I'm missing 7 HP. This does 9 damage. 9 7 is 10, 16. Yeah. So 16 exact. He's down to 2. I can't justify playing this. Is it better to inflict the vulnerable? Giving someone ×2 damage instead of me doing 7 damage right now. Because then I immolate. Everyone else gets a card. But then I die if I immolate. I'd rather do this. This is going to be a lot of damage. It'll be worth. It'll be worth. I need an assist. Preferably not from her. Preferably not from him either. Right, that's what I was gonna tackle. What happens when we draw this card? Because the stance 3. Sledgehammer is in here. Alright, I'm gonna use tackle to discount last breath. And we'll use momentum. So we'll play last breath. This deals +7 to 9 damage, 10, 11 damage on this card. This is a separate instance of damage though, so it's like 9 and then 2. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that is 16 exact. We deal a wound. And then we deal 2 for the yellow. We deal a struggle damage for the yellow. Okay, and then we play concentrated attack and dump our hand to do that. So choose another player, increase the damage this attack deals by 1 for each red in that player's discard pile. If this attack inflicts a wound, inflict vulnerable. Plus, this deals an extra 3. So if I can just deal 14 off of this, which this is 5, I can't do 14. We get +4. Alright, +4. Just to make sure that it's 4. Okay, +4. We'll take the +4. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 damage. No wound. Or no vulnerable. 8, 9. And then that is 11 on him. We activate the aggro card. The active player suffers damage unless a player in an adjacent sector discards a red from their hand. If they do, the active player draws 1. Fortunately, only Mira is here, so he will kill and end the turn of my guy. This is kind of good because it skips the attrition step, I guess. So this goes, he is escalating. Got that card back. We were gonna probably die during attrition anyway, since I had a minus token in advance and I was gonna get another one. But worth it for the damage. We're no longer aggro, now he is aggro, and at the end of his turn, since that happened in the middle of my turn, this guy is moving this way. Alright, then we need a KO token. You did good, Leonora, you did good. I may need to pick him up, too. We'll see. What am I looking for? A deplete token, that's what I'm looking for. Helmet, as usual. Loses its health. Alright, so Darion's turn. At the start of Darion's turn, this activates. The active player suffers damage unless the player in the adjacent sector discards a red from their hand, so now I suffer 1 damage. Thankfully only 1 still. I have to really ask myself, was that turn okay? This is a card we cannot afford to proc. And when I rotate, Thoreg procs it, so we're all going to be discarding a card. So when that behavior is revealed, I will sharp reflexes now to move over to here with Thoreg. So we'll do that. That removes his threatened status. As for this guy, my question is, can I 5, 10, 11, can we deal 1 more wound before the final phase starts? How much damage is on him? 11? So I need 5 damage. I cannot do enough. I think it's best if I move. We'll move. With what card? This guy has nothing either. Oh man, we are so tapped out the way we played. We need like a turn of refreshing our characters. I need to move. Alright, if we're just playing around this except the in and around stuff, I just can't become a threat. Right. He's downed. Good enough. I'm gonna forget he's up top. Good enough. I need to move, and then I need to play this, and then I need to... I don't know. Playing this doesn't actually do anything for me, right? Can we play aggro cards? Yes. Can we empty our hand? Yes. This spells trouble. should I assist with Mira? And not him, because Mira's turn is over. Why is Lightning Escape on the bottom of the thing? Oh, he made me discard a card. This guy killed me so hard with the activation of this blank threat card, discarding everybody's stuff. That is such a disgusting card. Alright, I'm gonna assist with Mira. I'm gonna draw another card here. We're gonna pay for Deflecting Blade to add a slash card to her hand. So we have slash to the flank here. Jumping Slicer, which does enough damage for the last wound. And double slash would activate my mastery finally. Alright, let's activate a mastery. So, we did that. Oh, you know what? I need to play this next to draw a card. Well, I'll get a replacement. We'll Dragon Strike. This deals 2 damage. Yeah, he's dead. So we're at 13. We draw 1 since we did yellow-red. Nice. We'll pay quick attack to deal 2 damage. So he's at 15. And then we'll do double slash to deal 4 damage and remove a struggle. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It should be 3 carryover, right? Because it's 16 here. We got him down to 1 before he flips, because he's gonna flip. You guys will get to see what happens with this dude. As I am the lowest on the thing. This flips. So I'm empty. We're not a threat. We get a minus a disrupt token at the start. We draw a 1. I wouldn't have risked it. I don't think I would have risked it. I could have discarded an aggro card, but he needs his stuff for what I plan to do. So we lose this. We actually, whoops, I didn't mean to delete that. Go back 10 seconds. Abort to delete. I would have, what is it? It's fine. We suffer 1 attrition. Stance 3 happens immediately since we can't put a blood into our thing. I could have prevented it for 1 more round, but I don't think it would have been worth. Alright, when revealed, players with aggro in their hands suffer 1 damage. So he's at 3 damage now. He is vulnerable everywhere. Cannot be taunted, stunned, or confused. And then this is taking over this. So when you suffer attrition damage, he gains 1 struggle for each red in your sequence. Blood Tyrant. We need to deal 20 more damage. That's not too bad, right? It's not too bad. Alright, aggro in hand, suffer damage. This guy has nothing in hand. He suffers a damage. It's not per aggro, right? And we're only suffering 1 damage, not damage. We have no aggro in hand. So yeah, it didn't seem too bad. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we just need to deal 20 damage before he starts slaughtering us with his attrition damage. And then he turns to Darion. And it is Thorag's turn. I will suffer this. Well, here, hold up. Thorag's turn. None of this procs yet, because we're not in the flank, we're not in the tail. I'll suffer the Scenaria to draw a card. We're gonna move up here. Inflict vulnerable and then cash in on it myself. Are we capable of killing if I happen to draw something crazy? I can only assist once. I would have to draw the drawing card, which is in here, right? Yeah. I don't know what I could draw. Their hand is really not good looking for the following turn. Alright. This is just 4 damage. This is 2 damage. If I happen to get a blue... We don't all want to die suddenly either. I can't just like ignore stuff. I could focus on reviving. I could revive Leonora this turn. Play Endeavor instead of attacking. I'm gonna do that. We're gonna spend 2, spend 4. We're gonna flip this twice, remove it. So he's back up. I think that's the play to make, is get him back up. We still have a little bit of a fight ahead of us. This is a decent hand. We're gonna go all in on supporting him instead. We're allowed to dump my hand, right? Yeah. So with that, I will endeavor to maybe not die, but I might go down. I don't know why he has a disrupt token. He shouldn't have one. We can recycle 2, which doesn't do anything. I have no cards to recycle. What's the word for it? In Magic the Gathering? I shouldn't worry about that now. I'm forgetting what it is when you cantrip. That's the word, cantrip. And then we end our turn. We hope we get a 1, because we're not getting a 0. We do get a 1, so we're not dead. That's a blessing. Wait. I have to discard an aggro card at the start to mitigate the... No, I don't. I'm not the aggro player. No, I don't. I don't have to do that. And I can't do that, because I'm not the aggro player. Everything is fine. Everything is fine as is. He could have sniped me if he wanted to. There's 2s. There's a 3 in that pile. Alright, that's 5 cards. No supportive cards whatsoever. And that ends the round. So we're on round 6. At the end of the round, this happens. Xitheros gains 3 struggle. 1, 2, 3. That is going to suck. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so he actually is going to kill him and kill Darion. This is the problem with the last. This card really fucked me. Can I cancel the behavior card? Do you happen to draw that? No, you didn't. Did you happen to draw the behavior cancel card? No. Alright. Hard mode activated, I guess. So that happens. Behavior refresh happens. He's gonna unleash because he gets 4 tokens at the start. That's 3 damage to everybody. I suppose if I know that's happening during the consume step, who do I need to kill this guy? Because Mir is basically tapped out. We only need to do 17 damage. I don't have a yellow card in hand. If I do get yellow cards in hand, this does 8. A yellow card would be 10 for the 2 on the yellow card. And this is 2 plus possibly 2 more. That's the way to do the RPG thing. She gets a volley at the start of her turn. And if I could empty her deck, which I get to recycle 1 and volley 2. So we volley 2, 7-6. We volley 2 more with playing this. 5-4. She will do 5 damage guaranteed plus some volley damage, so that's 8. What are the odds of the volley here? We're gonna get full try hard on this calculation. I didn't mean to pick that up. There are 3 red and 2 blue, so very high that we do at least 2 or 3 damage, if not 4, straight up. This will be 9, 10. I only need to do 10 damage. All I have to do is draw a fucking yellow card to kill. With that in mind, the best guarantee to kill is to drink the Alamore with Thoreg, but let Darion go down. That's plus 4 HP. I deleted the Alamore. Yeah, that's fine. Plus 4 because this is out of 1. So we'll do that at the step, and then we'll let the unleash happen. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Pretty sure he's aggro player now. 2, 3, and Darion gets wiped out. I forgot to do something with him. I'm gonna draw a new hand because I forgot to add the wound card, which means I might not have 10 damage potential. This guy would have gotten that before the end of the round, so that struggle would be removed during the start of the next round. I think that fixes everything. Yeah, I forgot to put a wound in the deck. No, I forgot to put the wound in. This hand is potentially better because I can draw 4 cards to look for red now. But that's okay, it is what it is. Also, I can, since I have this hand, I can prevent 3 damage in case that's important. so we'll do that to prevent 3 on us. Darion goes down. I'll put his wound card here, and I'll put it in the deck and shuffle his deck if he gets revived. I'm not expecting him to revive in this match, since we're trying to kill the thing on this turn. So I'm just gonna leave that as so, but I'll take out these tokens. Okay. That is the end of the round fix and shit. Oh yeah, he gains 1 struggle for each red in the sequence when you suffer attrition damage. We blocked attrition with him, right? We did. So he didn't gain extra. He didn't like get ready to unleash twice. That would have been a problem. Alright, it is. Mira is the aggro player since I'm protecting myself. So Mira's turn here. I will lose a life to draw a card with Sonaria. Leonor is back up, by the way. And he's vulnerable on all sides now. We absolutely do not want to become a threat, though. So let's do the plan. We're gonna move up to the Wild Mall spot. I will still adrenaline shot because we're trying to. Oh right, hold up. Before I don't have blinding shot. That's 1, and this is 2 for my start of the turn volley. Keep forgetting about that. We actually have a swift deflection, which means I want to move with swift deflection instead of my stamina token. Okay, this is even better now. So we'll do bouncing shot. We perform a volley 2, so 1, 2 damage. And we'll use that to pay for adrenaline shot. This is when I discard, right? Yeah. So this lets me recycle this. And then I can volley 2. 1, suffer fatigue. This is the suicide play. We deal 5 damage when we empty our deck. 2. That was 1 more volley damage for the first blue card. And then I die again, right? We can pay for this card to maybe not get wrecked by attrition, but it's okay. We've done what we needed to do. We did no aggro, we did not stay a threat, we did not start on the side terrain. So attrition phase. The aggro player suffers damage unless people collectively pay for it. I'm just gonna let her go down. Not paying no for stamina. So she is dead. This does pose maybe a problem because he's the aggro player now, and at the end of the turn he's gonna be looking up. I didn't mean to flip that. And we have the water walk effect. Mira, same thing with the other guy. Let me copy your tokens here. Okay. I will put her wound card in the deck if she gets picked up, which I doubt she will get picked up. I forgot to shift the first player marker during this game. That's an old habit of mine. Mira was first this turn, but Darion should have been going first on some of those turns. That would have changed things. I think the result would be the same. We'll be victorious here, but that would have changed some stuff. My bad. Sorry for forgetting about that again. I think I was thrown off by his aggro rule, Scent of Blood. Anyway, we're going to have Leonor go, because it's his turn now. I have to move. I'm gonna need an assist here. I have to move. I'll move over here. I have half a mind to actually pick up Darion and see if he can get the killing blow. 5, 12. Need 8 damage. Because I can take an attrition hit here. When I move, Xitheros gains 3 struggle, active player gains a defense token. Defense token. You have no assisting things as part of the problem. I could just play this and draw 2 first. No guarantee that Darion gets up, though. Is that your first one? That's mastered all the way? Ooh. That's how you know you're getting there. He's starting to master the jobs. I'm gonna battle trance. This card isn't that bad, right? And this card is gone now. I'm gonna battle trance. We will deal 2 damage. Remove a struggle. Draw 2 cards. Alright, that did not help. This is activated. The active player has any attack in your sequence. He gets +1 damage till end of turn. The active player takes a disrupt token. That's fine. We get a disruptor token. I am surprised they didn't make the defense token have the disrupt token on the other side of it. Why did I copy the defense token? Do I have aggro on my discard? No. Well, this does 5 damage. So it's 15, 18, 19. Or I can kill it with 2. So we're good. If I empty my hand, everybody has to discard a card. No, that's the wrong one. If I empty my hand, this thing happens. I don't remember what this thing is. What I don't want to do is I don't want him to accidentally unleash. I forget what this does. Oh my god, I forget what that does. Oh yeah, this gets plus 3 damage. Right, 5. It gets 5. That's 5. Is it worth that? To do 5? Thorag has 4 HP. He can survive an Unleash. But he can't survive an Unleash and getting nicked by an attack. And then I don't remember what the front-facing card does. I could draw 2 with agility. Let's draw 2 with agility. We might get a better red card. Tempo, shield block. Oh right, I completely ruined this red card getting plus 3. But yeah, I completely ruined that red card getting plus 3. Now I don't know if it's worth it. But if I do 2, I didn't think about that. We can fix. We can shield block. I guess I got lucky. I made an oopsie. I made a big oopsie. I didn't think about it. That's 16. I can't play this. So we'll get a stamina token. We'll enter the attrition phase. We have 3 defense. We moved, right? Yeah, I moved down. So I was revised on the top 10. So we blocked the attrition damage. And then, I guess this was for the best, just to stop him from gaining stuff. I might get supportive cards here. Or I'll get nothing. Nothing at all. Alright, Darion's turn. He's a white token. Now, let me flip my cards. This is an assist. On Darion's turn, this activates. If the active player is red in their hand, they take a disrupt token. He gains +1 damage till end of turn. Alright, so that doesn't matter. He gets his struggle back when he escalates. Let's make sure we finish this properly. Mark stuff properly. He's at 4 damage now. We will move with this, I guess. And we'll come over here with our buddies. Oops. Alright, Darion. Tabletop simulator. Physics sometimes. We kill him with 1 damage, right? 5, 10, 15, 16. We need 4 damage. So this does 2, and this does 2. We'll play charge. Should I frontal assault first? He has an aggro card, right? Yeah, we're gonna frontal assault first. So we'll frontal assault. Choose a player, draw 1. I guess this guy draws 1. Or choose a player. I can choose myself, right? I draw 1. I suffer fatigue. I draw 1. This does 2 damage. Hells yeah. And then we got Whirlwind. So it's kind of backwards, but we'll play the Whirlwind and deal 2 damage thanks to Massive Blow. Thus, we defeat the Xitheros. With 20 exact damage. Oh, that was getting dire at the end there. I think we did okay. Did I ever, This is just the Xitheros board is missing a point on it, right? There you go. Why is this rotate snap? Oh. I guess that rotates the piece because it's a diamond. I actually do understand why that works like that. There you go. Looks good. Okay, I do apologize. Old habits. This should have been switching, so like Leonor should have been first for quite a few turns. This guy should have been first. Was I playing it correctly? I just didn't move the token, but I was definitely playing it correctly, right? I think I was. I don't remember. There's too much going on in my head. We've taken down the Nightmare Tyrant, though. That's backward. Oh no, that's right. Win 1, loss 0. I knew that looked weird. I forgot my divider. I love the slash down. Holy crap. He is a scary fight. As we can see, all his stuff is geared towards screwing you from stopping attrition damage. Very similar to the fire Karja guy who we fought recently. He's all about screwing your counter attrition stuff, and that's where his damage comes from. Well, he does that, and then he wants to unleash when he's got his damage up, which is truly, truly terrifying. Why would he want to do that? I just can't imagine why he would want to do that. And the good thing I picked up this guy when I did. Bleeding. Okay, sorry, it's a good song. Yeah, I think Yokai Art's getting a sequel coming out soon. So, not bad. We lost 2 of our potions. That was not ideal, actually, considering how our campaign is going currently. Anytime I lose the potions, it becomes really quite bad for future fights. This is at 9. This is at 9. Can reset this. What is this? Stance 2. Stance 1. Alright, Xitheros. Yeah, feel free to let me know if we played the one rule wrong with 2 players being tied. The monster can't turn to 2 players at the same time. So my logic is we choose in a tie based on the FAQ thing as well. Right, I think that makes sense, because the monster can't face 2 people simultaneously, so it doesn't make sense for them to be punished by cards that pick on 2 aggro players when there's always only 1, typically. Yabada, yabada, yada da 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 da. Alright, E3 can go here, and these 4 can go here, and these 3 can go here, and this board can be unlocked. The health tracker can go on the corner, and this can go over here, and this can go in here, and Xitheros can come on in too. Damn. I wonder how hard this nightmare mode is. I think that was all of Xitheros stuff. Everybody all cleaned up? I'm setting up myself. Still have rewards to do. Campaign rewards. There are 3 monsters left to go through. Evens as usual. Get the rewards. So yellow and green. Oh, blood, that's good. Blood's good. We like blood. Blood is nice for the fire thing, which is the one we have. Zima, not so much. Sure, I'll appreciate it later. We can do converting and whatnot, but... Now, this guy is providing wilds. Only one, only for yellow. So, we said at the beginning that since there's no darkness element, they get primordial blood, and primordial blood, which you can see I barely have any. We fought 4 dark monsters, as there are 4 in the game, and I've gotten 2 evens, and the rest of my dice rolls have been odds. That's how terrible my luck is, but this is a wild that counts as any element. I think the primordial blood comes from the awakened guy or campaign special rules, but you know, I don't have the book on hand. And then Flora, we got 2 out of 4. I do look forward to fighting level 1 monsters because this will make high rolls all the more sweeter and low rolls all the more painful, since we'll be able to get to... You have an Alabacia, you have an Antimome. I'm not gonna think too hard on trying other potions out. We're gonna get our Alamore back. Now, this guy is gonna hold his because I can't make anything with that combo, right? No, I can't. So he's just gonna hold his stuff. Where did the thing I pasted go? He drank his. She's making it. Yeah, she made it. It's her Alamore. Alright, that wraps up this session. As always, thanks for joining me. I know at the beginning of the videos I haven't been saying spoiler alert as much, throwing in a disclaimer like I did before the long break. But I figured you can see the name, the hunt level on the video title. You should know what you're getting into by this point, especially if the title of the video is listing the overall number of episodes, or which episode it is. So I haven't been mentioning it. Anyway, we only have 3 guys left. I believe one of them is this thing, right? We haven't fought this thing yet. Xitheros. So we have Xitheros, we have the rematch against Korowan, and then I think Toramat, right? We haven't fought Toramat yet? Who's in this bag? Is it 2? It is 2. 2, 17, and 3. And 17 is Xitheros. 12, 14, 16, yep. So, Xitheros, Toramat, and Korowan, feel free to place your bets on who we will face again. And I've heard a lot of things about Korowan being especially hard. And I've witnessed it because of his stupid gimmick with the time advancing. So, you know, will we get wrecked by the hermit crab once more? Or will we exact our revenge? I don't know. I'm hoping to get revenge, but we might take another loss. That guy is tricky, and I don't remember what his cards do. I may want to brush up on that in the near future. Anyway, I'll depart for now. It's time for me to shut up. Hope you all have a lovely rest of your days, and good luck with your own primal hunts.